We'll figure it out. All right, a Ferris wheel with a radius of 25 feet is rotating at a rate of 3 revolutions per minute. Is this a period? 3 periods combined. You got to work with that, okay? When time is equal to 3, a chair is at the lowest point of the wheel. This is why I want to do this question, because it's a little weird. If time equals to 3, not 0, at 3 seconds, you're at the lowest point of the wheel, which is 5 feet above ground. Write a model for the height in feet as the chair of the chair as a function of time. So we have to come up with an equation. Okay, no problem. Let's do this. I'm going to slice it in half, and then slice it in half, 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 right? I know that the lowest is 5 feet above ground, positive. Okay. Do I have enough information to get me elsewhere? Do you see that the radius is 25? Radius is the equivalent of what? Halfway. What do we call? So you're saying from here to here? This is 5? Sorry, 25? This is 25? Yeah. What do we call that? Amplitude, yes. Whether you remember that name or not, I just want you to make connections, right? So this is technically the amplitude of our sinusoidal wave. So we're going to use that. You can jump with the amplitude. You go plus 25. That gets us to 30. They'll always give you enough clues to fill in the rest, okay? And then another 25 gets us to 55. Okay. So another thing I wanted to tell you is if it said diameter, then they're actually saying, like, what is it from here all the way to the top, if it's diameter. They gave you radius, so you just have to be careful, right? Radius is half of the diameter. Okay, we've got that figured out. So our Y scale is done. Check. Okay, you will get 1 mark most likely already at this point because you will get 2 values right. You will get A right and D right if you do this correctly. So you get 1 out of 2 marks already. Now you need to do your X scale. Yeah. Yeah. It says max or min, the highest. I would say in this case, to be honest, that the chair is at the lowest point. I think that gave it away, which is 5 feet above ground, right? So it says that it's a low point and it's 5 feet above ground. That's why I know that the lowest point in this story is at the bottom, which is 5. It's a good question. Okay, okay, let's do X scale. Can we do X scale as this? No, we can't. We have to figure out the period, which is when I go minutes and I break down minutes, it's a minute, right? So I'll go 60 seconds. I'll turn this into seconds divided by 3. 3 revs. Okay, 60 divided by 3, nice and easy. It's basically what you're finding is what's the time for just one turn, okay? So you have to do that extra step. I will call this extra step. Unlikely to happen, but now you know what to do with it, okay? So this is my period, 20 seconds. So that means that from the start of my grid here, from the start to the end, 20 seconds will have gone by, okay? 20 seconds wide. Because I'm zooming in into one period, right? Okay, so now where do we start? Where does this start? When time is 3 seconds. So imagine this thing is going, and all of a sudden somebody just looks at it, and when time is 3 seconds, the chair is at the lowest point. That to me indicates that we're starting at the lowest. But what is time here? 3 seconds. Not 0, 3 seconds, because the way it's worded. I'll try something here. You gotta imagine that it started already before, and somebody's we're now focusing in, we're like, okay, 3 seconds starts. What is 3 plus another 20? What are we gonna be at if we come back down? 23, correct? That has to happen because one period is 20 seconds, okay? Now we wanna know how much to go up by. So I will go X scale is 20 divided by 4, which is 5 seconds. Okay, this is important, which means I'm gonna add 5 every time. So 5 gets you to 8, another 5 gets you to 12, another 5, 17, another 5, wait, I made a mistake, right? This is 13, oops, oopsie daisy. 18 and 5, 23. So just check that this actually works out. Now you have everything you need to come up with your equation. Please don't leave this blank on the provincial exam, no matter what you do, even if you're like, wait a minute, this is probably wrong. Don't just leave it blank or stop. Just put down your equation. Chances are you're going to get 1 out of 2. Okay? Ready? Now we do our time and our heights. This could have gone underground. Who knows, right? If it's a Ferris wheel that takes you underground, I don't know. Things are crazy these days. And then just set up your points. You go from 5 to 30 to 55, back to 30, back to 5, right? So you should see that progression. And if you do this right, I gave you the answer already. It's this. 25, which we realized. 30, we also knew already. And then here's your period, like the B value and the C value. Is this what you guys got? Yes? Yep. Did you get it like first try? All right. Because I don't know, if I would have been your age, I don't think I would have gotten this right the first try. I wasn't that bright. Okay. That's it for this. I will now, unless there are any more questions. Yeah. Shh, listen up, please. Oh, did I do that yesterday? Did I swap it on you from yesterday, or? If I did it differently, I'm just gonna take the hit and tell you that I was wrong. It's always time over number of cycles. Always. And so I'm looking at my study sheet, make sure you follow this format. If I did it the opposite, that's my bad. Yesterday wasn't a good day. Okay? Yeah. No, you didn't, but it said time in seconds, right? If you kept it in minutes, you would have had decimals, right? This would have been 1 minute divided by 3, so now it's going to be 0.333 minutes per revolution. So it just would have been an awkward amount to go up by, but if you're consistent, it shouldn't matter. Oh, they would always specify, yeah. As I said, I don't think this is even going to happen, but I want you to be prepared. Good, very good questions. Bring it. No more?